Recently, many scientists have issued warnings that the El Niño incident, which has lasted for nearly a year, was ended. The terrible La Niña phenomenon was expected to reoccur again in January 2024. A few centuries ago, the phenomenon of El Niño was first discovered by the fishermen who were lost. Due to the warming period of the South and North Pacific, which is usually concentrated near Christmas every year, they were reminded of Jesus Christ and named this phenomenon by sound. To put it simply, El Niño actually refers to the phenomenon that the water of the East Pacific becomes unusually warm every few years. The whole cycle can last for 2 to 7 years. During this period, the pressure in the West Pacific is relatively high, and the pressure in the East Pacific is relatively low. Rainfall occurs more in September to November. If this phenomenon lasts for more than 5 months, it will be upgraded to the El Niño incident. In contrast, it is known as the La Niña phenomenon. During this period, the water of the East Pacific becomes unusually cold. The southeast wind blows the surface of the sun-heated sea water to the west of the Pacific Ocean, making the western coastline nearly 60 centimeters higher than the east. The temperature in the Western Ocean rises, the pressure in the air drops, and the humid air accumulates, which eventually forms a typhoon and a tropical storm. The cold seawater in the eastern lower layer rises, which causes the cold water in the East Pacific to rise. These two phenomena will cause global temperature and precipitation changes. During the El Niño phenomenon, the global temperature rose by about 0.2 degrees Celsius, and during the La Niña phenomenon, the global temperature dropped by about 0.2 degrees Celsius. When the El Niño phenomenon occurs, there will be heavy rain in the South America region, and drought in Southeast Asia and Australia. Countries that rely on agriculture and rainforests, especially developing countries near the Pacific, are usually most affected. Since 1900, at least 30 El Niño events have occurred. The El Niño event in 1923 was formed in June of last year, which is one of the 5 strongest El Niño events since then. But according to the World Meteorological Organization, the probability of the La Niña phenomenon occurring between July and September of this year will increase. At this time, the global precipitation will not be uniform. The southwest of the United States will become unusually dry. Australia and Indonesia's rainfall will increase threefold. Japan and the Korean peninsula will become unusually warm. Now, the constant expansion of human activity has led to global warming, which has become a dangerous problem. Unless we can change it immediately, otherwise, once it accumulates to some critical point, it will inevitably cause disastrous consequences. Under the continuous influence of global warming, everyone can't stay out of it. Humans must realize the seriousness of the matter, because the Earth is no longer possible to give us another chance.